It's Wednesday again, so it is the MAKE.E live podcast. Come join me. So I've got really heavy down lights because I tried to have the lights off to have normal natural light. You can't see me because it's so dark. Hello, Elaine. Hello. Right, so basically another week has passed and the crochet off is back. And it's live and happening right now and people are voting, but I'll tell you more about that in a minute. I've got to catch up with you from the weekend. I went did an arm knitting workshop with Amber at Thread the Love, and I've got Stitch of the Week is back, hooray! And I've got a pattern that I'm working on that I can sort of show you where I got the pattern from. And also I've been buying some yarn, so I made I won't say made good. I took advantage of Black Friday. So, and also I'm looking for two people for the crochet off for a couple of weeks' time. So you've got 2 weeks. I've got the yarn sat here, so stay tuned and see if it's something that you want to take part in. But I know that everyone's super busy, so I've chosen yarn especially. Okay? Hello! Right, so I'm going to start briefly talking about doing the arm knitting with Amber. I'm going to also do a video for all those. It was the pink mohair. Yes, it was the pink mohair. Mine's all arrived. It's very exciting. I'm going to do another video, not on here, but another video doing the arm knitting for everyone who came to the workshop so that they can then see. And hello, Lydia. Lydia is taking part in the crochet off. Hello. So I can't tell you whose is whose. You've got to go and vote. So this is my blanket from the weekend where we did the arm knitting. Oh my gosh. This is mushroom pink using the woolly mahoosive mammoth yarn, which is 100% acrylic, so it's also vegan. Look at that. Isn't that delightful? Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And I can't keep it because it's for a friend. So it's going to a friend. But how... Oh, isn't that a delight? So if you are interested in making one of these, Amber is running further workshops up in Rugby. And I highly recommend it. She's an excellent, excellent teacher. And I could definitely not have run the workshop without her, and we had a lot of fun. But I'm going to show you the basics as a reference for everyone who came to the workshop. So if you're tuning in for that, then I'll do another one for those. So it is like a massive sleeping bag. Oh, you're going to have the best time, and it is the most satisfying thing when you've actually made a blanket, but that's knitting and we're talking about crochet. I'm also wearing my crochet necklace, can you see? This has been made by the wonderful, gorgeous Kate at Lanabu, who's just had a baby and she's back up and running. The shop looks like it's full systems go, so I thought I'd give her a shout out. I didn't want to sort of say, yo, go over to Kate's until I knew that she was definitely up and running. She is. She's got some Christmas surprise boxes and all sorts, and Let It Snow necklaces and everything. So that's, I want to say Lanabu, L-A-N-A-B-O-U. I'm sure you've already heard of her anyway. But that's my crochet necklace, which I got last year. And I thought it was particularly fitting for today. So yes, crochet off. It's live. It's happening right now. We have got Lydia from Purple Moose UK, and I've got Amber at Thread the Love. For 2 weeks, well, just under, because the yarn had to get there, they had 2 balls of Hayfield bonus DK and a length of pom-pom trim. And that's all they could use, and they had to go off and make something. So they've both made something. And there's a stocking, and then there's a hoodie. And they're amazing. Both of them are completely amazing. So go and have a look, choose your favourite and vote. And I'll be announcing the winner later on today, about 8 o'clock. I might need to add that onto the little post, 8 o'clock tonight. So that's very exciting. Hello, Leanne, welcome. So Crochet has been, I've had a little bit of a crochet lull recently. I think it's all the preparations for Christmas with the two littlies. Also the arm knitting workshop coming up has sort of taken up quite a bit of my time. So I really struggled to get going. And I know I've been wanting to make jumpers and stuff like that. And I started to make a jumper, but using these yarns, but not in this style. This is Hayfield Bonus Chunky. And then this is Sidar yarn, which I got from Hobbycraft, and it was like on offer or something. So I started doing it in sort of rows and round. But now, like this, now I'm doing a sunburst square. And hopefully what I'm going to do is make a jumper. Though, when I was like, oh, that could make a really good snood. It's coming up quite thick and quite chunky, and I'm worried it's going to come up quite stiff. But this is the thing. But in it is this puff stitch, which is very different to a bobble stitch or a popcorn stitch. And this puff stitch is really fun and super addictive. And that takes me on very nicely to Stitch of the Week, a Stitch of the Week. Everybody loves a Stitch of the Week. Yeah. And here's one I made earlier. Okay, so I have been playing around with this, and I just got something going just so I could see if it worked up well. This is using the Leader of the Pack yarn from Knitcraft, Hobbycraft, and I made some mittens, which I probably should have got to show you, but I haven't, so there. So this is the puff stitch, which I'm going to show you how to do. And it is different to a bobble stitch or a popcorn stitch. Hello everyone. Oh, hi Katie. Thank you for coming along. Oh, right, okay. So I've just finished a row, and what I've done is I just chained a length. I double crocheted across, and then I've done these puff stitches. I've double crocheted across the top of the puff stitches, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I'm just going to chain one. I'm going to turn. Okay, and then to do a puff stitch, I might chain another one actually, just give me a bit more height, is I'm going to skip a stitch. You don't have to skip stitches, but this is how I'm going to do. Leader of the Pack is so squishy and soft. Oh, so soft and so warm. My mittens are amazing. I love them. So to start your puff stitch, it's yarn over. So just like, and I'm going to use UK terms here, so just like a half treble or a treble. Yarn over first, go into your stitch and pull up a stitch. So you've got 3. And then don't finish anything. You just want to yarn over, go back into your stitch, yarn over, pull through. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to do one more of those. Yarn over, into stitch, yarn over, pull through. So I've done it 3 times in total, and that should give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on my hook. It's yarn over, and this is the tricky bit, especially with this yarn, is you want to go through all 7. See, just dropped one. I'm going to put one back on. Okay, and you go through all 7, she says. Like that. And then chain 1 to finish it. Oh, goes so well in practice, doesn't it? Let me do that again. See, I do a whole row because I'm thinking, I know, I'll practice before I do this live. Should have chosen a better yarn, right? But it's so pretty. How can you not? Yarn over, into stitch, yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, into stitch, yarn over, pull through. Do it again. Yarn over, into stitch, yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, through all 7. Ta-da! Overthought it. And then just chain 1 to secure. Now, because I'm missing a stitch and going on, I'm going to chain 1 and then skip a stitch. Ta-da! So I'm going to do this puff stitch again. So that's 1 puff stitch. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. So yarn over, into your stitch, yarn over, pull through. So you've got 3 on your hook. Yarn over, into stitch, yarn over, pull through. So you should now have 5 on your hook. Yarn over, into stitch, yarn over, pull through. 7 on hook, yarn over and through all 7, like that. Yarn over to secure, do a quick chain 1 to secure. I'm going to chain 1 and move 1 over. There you go. Got 2 little things. So it's like starting a treble or a half treble, but not ever finishing any part of it. The best way I kind of think of it is you're literally starting a load of half trebles all in the same stitch and you're decreasing them all together. Does that make sense? I'll do another one. So it's yarn over before you do anything at all, into your stitch, yarn over, pull through, so you've got 3 on your hook, yarn over. You'll naturally want to go through like a couple of the loops on your hook. Don't, because I could feel myself going, and just go through, just go through. No, yarn over, back into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, so you've got 5, yarn over, back into your stitch, yarn over, pull through. You should now have 7, yarn over, and then through all of them. This is the tricky bit, especially if you've got like a snaggy yarn like this one, because it has got like little fluffy bits. But then because it's got fluffy bits, it makes really good puffs. And that's what these are in your sunburst. And they're so squishy. But I thought, look, how pretty does this look? Now, move that tail out of the way. See? Like, that could be a cuff. How cute would that be as a cuff? She says. Look, a cuff. I've seen hats being made out of puff stitch, which would make it so, so cosy. It is a yarn eater. So, you know, think about what you're going to do, use it for, but it's really fun. It's really, really fun. So if you haven't tried puff stitch, I recommend going and trying puff stitch. I'll just do a few more. 1, 2, 3, yarn over through all 7 on your hook, puff. Oh, chain 1 again. Yay! And that is Stitch of the Week, a Stitch of the Week. Everybody loves a Stitch of the Week. Yeah! Okay. So this pattern, if you fancy making this particular sunburst pattern, I found this on Pinterest and it's Knitty Bits blogspot, Knitty Bits blogspot.co.uk, and it's called Sunburst Square. It does use American terms, okay? So it's obviously taken from an American designer and they've put it onto the blog as part of a, accumulation of, you can find stuff here. But it's great, and they've done theirs with different colours for each part, finishing on white, and then made a blanket. I've also done join as you go here, because I can now, I've worked it out. So I'm hoping that will be the middle, and it will be big. That or a cardigan. I'm not entirely sure yet. Anyway, that's my current whip. The Urban Jungle hat on Ravelry is puff stitch and it's great. I wear mine all the time. Thank you, Lydia. There you go. Urban Jungle hat on Ravelry uses the puff stitch that we have just done. So you can go get the hat pattern and go, I know puff stitch, I can make a hat. And then you'll be warm because it is so warm and squishy and I want everything to be made in puff stitch now. Okay. I went shopping. Shouldn't have done, because I'm not supposed to be buying any more yarn because I have enough to be getting on with. But Wool and the Gang had a Black Friday deal, and Kate at Jellybean Junction put a link up saying, I have exclusive link to go and see the Black Friday Wool and the Gang thing early, go and have a look. And I was like, do you know what, I really, really, really want to get a whole heap of mohair, because I made that loopy cardigan for my daughter using the C&B Giggy stuff from like Debbie Bliss yarn that I got from Knitcraft. And it came up so great that I definitely want to make one for myself. So this was on offer, and I can't even remember how much it was, but it was the cheapest one they had, and it's pink. It was, they've sold out of the pale pink. Oh, it was completely insane. It was an absolute bargain. That's not going to help all the people who are going, right, off to Wool and the Gang, let's go and stock up. I think it was like better than half price. So I've got my yarn now, and I have got, this is only half of it. I've got 10 balls of it. I had absolutely no idea how much it was going to need, but I didn't want to run short. I have done that before. And I mean, who doesn't love mohair? And if I do have any left, then maybe I could use it for the crochet off another time. I don't know if the sale is still on. Maybe I should have talked about this the other day. It is just like candy floss, and it is the similar thickness to the Giggy stuff. This is bubblegum pink. It's 78% kid mohair, 13% wool, and that 9% polyamide again. I'm not sure what that is. And for, it says needle size, 10mm. I think I used a 7 on my other thing, so I'll let you know how it works up, and I'll try and keep you updated, but don't expect anything of this just yet. I have a lot on my plate to get done at the moment. Oh, it's quite itchy. Not itchy, fluffy. So that's that. Now, crochet off is happening. I know you all know because I've just told you about it a million times. It was £4.38. It was £4.38 for, how much is that? I think this is like, it is 50 grams, but that is 100 metres. 100 metres. It's like a nylon. There you go. I kind of thought, I knew it was meant to be £10.95. It is. It was better than half price. I mean, you had to do it right. And how much would a mohair cardigan cost you anyway? That's my logic. Okay, so for the next crochet off, and I need 2 people, please. And it's 2 weeks, and I know that 2 weeks does sound like a long time, but it can creep up on you quite quickly. I know everyone's doing Christmassy stuff, so you know, if you think you've got time, then I would love 2 people to do the crochet off. So I have got this Seriously Chunky by Signet. Okay, I've got 2 colours. Now I'm thinking either one person has green and the other person has this like fawn colour, or it is fawn and this is meadow green. Yes, it is. Or we do this because it's super chunky. It will work up really quickly, so hopefully it won't take up too much of your time. So who's in? Who's in? Give me a shout. Send me a message, smoke signals, whatevs. Any questions before I go? Because I am now wrapping up. Oh yay, go on then, Kim, you're in. Okay, so Kim, are we going to do one of each so that it's like fair, or should we do different colours? And Fiona, you want to do it too? Okay. Right, Fiona and Kimberly, you're in. Yes. Okay. Right. Any questions before I go? Anything, any tips? Anything that I've missed out? Anything that you need to know? Oh, ladies, I need you to send me, so I need Kimberly and I need Fiona to email me your addresses, please. Message me your addresses. And I'll get that sent out ASAP. 1 each, like this. Should I split them so you both have exactly the same? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you're happy with that. Any other tips? What is anybody else working on at the moment that they might, I don't know. 1 each is good. Ladies, boom! It is done. I mean, I just can't pull that off. that's it. That is it. Da, 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 da. Over from me. Until next time, I'm going to try and put an arm knitting vid up later. And I will speak to you all soon. See you next week. Bye.